Hello everyone, my name is Nebiyu Suleiman. I'm Team Chair NIC of Ethiopia, and my title of presentation is about the impact of stargazing events on students' interest in STEM in Ethiopia. When I come to my contents, here are the major ones. The first one is about the unique advantage of Ethiopia for stargazing and key impacts on students will follow. And the third part is evidence of success. On the fourth slide, I will discuss about challenges to address. Then we will recommend a way to way forward how stargazing will be effective. So when I come to the unique advantage of Ethiopia for stargazing, the first one is it has ideal observation condition because it has a clear sky, dark sky condition, and also it has a dry weather. It's convenient for astronomical observation. And also, since we are at high plateau, we will have a thin layer of atmosphere that will distort the light that comes from the celestial objects. And also, we are around this. Around the equator, so that we will see both the northern and southern hemisphere. And we also have a rich cultural heritage. This is this is connected with our ancient astronomical traditions, with cultural and indigenous knowledge, and this led Ethiopia to set its own calendar, and it will also help this calendar to set our season using stargazing for agricultural timing. And the third one is about national development goals. So stargazing will align with the STEM capacity building, and it supports educational development. And the fourth one is it also bridges educational gaps because it will be performed with low cost, but it has high impact solution, and it's very convenient for the schools that are deprived with materials. So when I come to the key impacts on students, the first one is about it makes science tangible because it transforms abstract and complex concepts of astronomy and space science in a observable phenomena simply using space activities and telescopes. It also inspires awe and curiosity. It is a wow factor or moment for the student to see the celestial objects such as the ring of Saturn or the Galilean moons of Jupiter or sunspot of the sun or phases of the moon or craters of the moon. So it creates intrinsic motivation for those events, and this leads to students to be engaged in science and technology more. It also connects culture and science. It's a bridge for modern astronomy and indigenous knowledge. It also promotes inclusivity. Uh, we engage girls and we encourage female students to participate. We also highly encourage and promote those people from disadvantaged areas, such as war displaced people and also people with disability. It also builds practical skills such as critical thinking, data analysis, and technology. So the evidence of success for stargazing was seen in proven initiatives of Ethiopian Space Science Society and Space Science and Geospatial Institute. They host a regular stargazing and sun-gazing activities, and there is also a public school stargazing events and also a public stargazing for the community, for the whole community. So this will help students to get access to telescopes because we host these events for public schools because they are deprived of materials. And we also have summer schools and planetarium visits, and this is only based in Addis Ababa because planetariums are found here, and so summer schools is limited to the capital city because of the venue access. And we also have a direct pipeline to STEM degrees, and the Stargazing will help students when they join applied science, engineering, and technology so that they will have a broader knowledge about science and application. And also, we use stargazing for master's degree students so that they will have a broader concept about astronomy and space. So universities also have outreach program in collaboration with SSSS, and since ESSS has more than 40 branches across the country, and they engage the society and community with stargazing and sun-gazing activities. Also, they demystifies higher education and also makes STEM fields accessible. So, international collaboration of IAU, of OAE and OAD has helped us with materials such as Galileoscope, sunglasses, and lenses. Also, students were participated in conference and webinars and workshop, and they have great skill in great skill in knowledge. So there are challenges to be addressed because we have some constraints that hinders our progress in stargazing. The first one is resource limitation. Since there are about 70 million use Ethiopians, so in order to have great access for uh, astronomy, we need more telescopes. So the limitations are materials of telescopes and some equipment, and we also need trained facilitators, and also we have logical barriers since stargazing is done mostly at night time. It's very hard to arrange transportation or host for hotel accommodation. So it's also not safe. We will hire guards for security purpose. So that's also a challenge. There is also curriculum integration. Since astronomy has been covered in geography and physics curriculum, but it's not widely deployed with activities and practical engagements. And there is also environmental factors. With the expansion of cities, light pollution has been very intense and it's disturbing our night sky. So our recommendation in for way forward are the following. We have mobile astronomy kits, but we are not we do not have enough amount, but in the future we will have a portable telescopes, and also we will have a mobile planetarium, and also we will have a lesson plan for each activity. So we will go to remote and rural region for this purpose. So there is also a teachers training program, is training the trainers. So we will train the teachers so that they will reproduce the activities that were taught to them in a practical and experimental way. Luckily, I have won two TTP trainings that were awarded and granted by OAE, and one was in remote areas of Somalia region, and it was very fruitful. And culturally relevant materials such as translating some books to a local and native language for many peoples to communicate. And there is also sustained engagement. So astronomy clubs should be established in public schools and private ones, and there should be a long-term bridge and link and also network for community and society to have a naked eye observation. Or also there should be a media partnerships like broadcast of television and radio, We have a broadcast of TV and radio for lunar eclipse lately, and there should be also a social media such as Facebook and LinkedIn that should also YouTube that should live stream the events. So when I come to the conclusion, stargazing is a strategic educational tool that transforms Ethiopia's sky into a dynamic classroom that sparks curiosity. Also, it builds STEM capacity, and also it preserves cultural heritage and indigenous knowledge. It also empowers the next generation to be the next scientists or engineers or astronauts. So the sky is not the limit, but it's our classroom that was limited with few activities and few practical ways for astronomy. So these are my reference. Thank you for attending my presentation. If you have question or suggestion or comment, let me know. Thank you very much.